Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my lecturer and also fellow classmates. So today I will be presenting my speech on closing the technology and internet gap between rural areas and cities. Technology and internet has been the pillar of in helping a country to grow in various aspects. Technologies alongside with the internet has proven over and over again to be aiding people to live their life in a much more easier way. The benefits of technology advancement can be seen in the current situation, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. Before everyone is forced to stay at home, online classes, online meetings is not a very popular idea. If, before the whole pandemic thing, I tell you that in the nearest future you will not be walking to class every morning, but rather you will just wake up from your bed and open up your laptop, or maybe if I tell you that for this subject you will not be doing your speech in front of people, but rather in front of a camera, I don't think you will believe me, because we all thought that it is a much more far future thing. However, due to the circumstances that has changed, we were forced to adapt and embrace the change by using every bit of technology has ever given to us. The online conferences have become the go-to medium. The cashless paying system has been the mainstream. Online shopping has seen a great increase. Online events are the only events that we are allowed to go without risking our health. However, the advancement that we have enjoyed all this while are not being enjoyed by people who live in a far much more unreachable places, when they have every right to it. Even when we want to believe that we are a nation that developing every second and every citizen is reaping the benefits of having technology at the tip of their finger, we would be lying ourselves. That is because other people are getting far way less than what we have, just because they live in remote areas. Now, I would like to highlight the reality of the situation even in our own country. There are still many people in the rural places that could not get access to technology and as well as internet. They are being left out just because they live far away from the cities. This is considered as discrimination because everyone has right to technology and also internet, but they are prevented from it just because of distance. Internet penetration rate is the portion of population that have access to internet. There are countries that achieve over 90% of internet penetration rate despite having huge population, which are America and Japan. However, there are also high population countries that have low internet penetration rate, which are China, India, and many more. India has more than 800 million people who are not linked to the internet, while China has about 600 million residents who are not connected to the internet. A study has found discontent among 67.1% or 385 users over internet access in East Malaysia due to weak, sluggish, and unreliable connectivity, with some unable to log in at all. 31% or 178 rural Sarawak and Sabah respondents indicated that they had to leave home to seek for secure internet access, while 14.6% of the respondents say that they did not have internet access at all at home. The data was mainly collected from urban and rural respondents that do not constitute the entire population of Sabah and Sarawak, but these help us to give insight about the real situation here. If we were to trace back to 2020, which was not that far away, I am sure everyone will remember the story of Viviana Musibin, the girl who went viral because her struggle to get internet connection in order for her to attend her university's online exams. She climbed a tree just to get good internet connection because she can't have it in the comfort of her own house. Her village, Kampung Sapatawang, situated in Pitas, is one of the places that have little to no internet connection. As COVID-19 forcing the universities all over the nation to resort to online learning as well as assessments, this has brought problem to Viviana, as the area of her house have internet coverage that can be considered as very bad or slow. Hence, Viviana tried to go to higher ground to see if the internet coverage is good. To her luck, it is better than her house. She built a hut on the top of a tree and stayed there for over 24 hours, just so she could finish her exams and other assessments needed. On top of not having good internet coverage at her house, she also does not have water and electricity, which need her to charge her phone and power bank at her relative's house. Despite the determination of an 18-year-old girl that surely can be admired, we need to acknowledge the real problem here. If the internet connection is good and reachable for her to take exam, she would not have to climb a tree in the first place. Things does not happen without a reason, and I would like to divert your attention to why this unfair situation happens. The obvious disparity put a halt to many undiscovered potential that can help a nation grow better. There are many reasons leading to this situation. These people are considered the citizen of the country as well as, which means they have the right to enjoy the facilities enjoyed by other citizens in urban areas. One of the obvious reasons for the disparity that happens is the lack of needed infrastructures to provide wide dispersion of internet service. As we know, people in the rural areas are pretty much scattered on their own private land. Plus, with low population density, it has been seen as not a beneficial economical decision to be putting up towers and also deploying fibers to those areas. On top of these places usually are also have small to zero water, electricity, and even road access. Hence, this presented providers with obstacles in form of financials, as it will be more costly to develop and maintain telecommunication infrastructure in the particular area than other urban areas. Most towers that are built situated on a hill, hence when the villages are in places that they are not reachable due to other obstacles such as caves or trees, they could not get internet coverage. Another reason to this pathetic situation is because the lack of support from local government regarding the improvement on internet coverage in the area. This is not where I want to pinpoint any sites that are at fault, but rather presenting my points in general. The government as a whole need to give their best in providing the facilities without any discrimination to any people. However, there are still people that could not enjoy good internet connection as well as other technology advancement because the local government that govern the constituency or the state did not give attention to the rural area. One of the public opinion regarding this matter is that the people responsible are not being aggressive and assertive enough in fighting for the rights for the citizens in rural areas to good internet coverage and technology advancement. This issue is not one to be taken lightly, as there are still people who are being deprived from their right to internet and technology in the 21st century, when this era is known as the IoT, big data, and smart technology era. As we seek to be digitalized in the present as well as the future, there must be a solution for people in the rural areas to get good internet coverage and technology advancement as well. First, we need to make sure that the issue gets into limelight so that necessary action can be taken by the required agencies. This can be done by using our power as a community through channel at the tip of our fingers. Social media has been a very powerful tool to express oneself and also the best medium to spread awareness. The power of social media is not for one to take lightly, as it can make or break someone. People can help by spreading awareness through social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many more. Regarding the reality of disparity that happens in the rural areas, the case of Viviana Musibin become viral is due to the video that she posted on her YouTube channel on how she needs to climb a tree just to get internet connection. The public opinion on this matter will put pressure on the government agencies so that they will put words into action in improving the situation. After Viviana became viral, the authorities took necessary measures to ameliorate the condition of internet coverage in the area by installing a tower at the location near her village, Kampung Sapatalang. As the world became a boundless world with the existence of social media, people are braver to put out words, to voice out any dissatisfactions, and whether to believe it or not, some of the complaints through social media get actions move faster than normal channel. Next, the government also need to be more proactive in tackling this issue. They need to deploy more personnel to venture into these areas and get to the bottom of the issue. Every report that is submitted must be followed up with action. The submitted complaint from the citizen need to be thoroughly checked, and in order to make sure that the needed measures are being taken to correct the situation, personnel need to be deployed. Other than that, the government need to urge the providers to set up more infrastructures like more towers and fiber optics. Some argue that it is more costly to set up infrastructures in those areas due to geographical reasons. Hence, it is the authorities' responsibilities to come up with innovations that can provide better internet coverage but with affordable setup costs. Dr. Rizal Khairi, CEO of Nano Malaysia Berhad, with his colleagues came out with an idea after brainstorming as a result of Viviana's incident. The idea originated from a repeater idea used by the villagers. He said that a solar or a hydrogen powered drone can be used to act as a repeater to circulate the area, pulling the connections from the telecommunication tower, and this will allow the repeater to bounce the connection from the tower to the rural areas. Other than the idea is using the existing technology with a little twist of innovation, it is also considered as a low-cost solution. As a conclusion, it can be seen that digital gap does not give benefits to any parties. It stops many new developments that could happen if only these places have internet access and technology access. The benefits can only be reaped if every single citizen in the country enjoying the advantages internet and technology can give to them. It is very important that everyone can have the same right to the internet and technology. The reasons that even a developed country have this problem is because of lack of needed infrastructures in the places due to financial constraint, and also the lack in the government for not giving the needed attention to the places just because it is in remote areas and hardly produce economic benefits. Even though we as the community has no resource to provide the facilities literally, but we can use the power of social media to urge the authority to take the necessary measures so that people in the rural areas can get what they deserve to get. After all, public opinion is very important to a government as it mirrors the competency in governing. The boundaries that put a halt to these advancements should not be looked as a disability, but rather a challenge to be conquered in order for the nation to thrive as a whole. Thank you.